All right. Good day, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone's had a great start to the year. Happy January. It's been pretty good for me this year. Haven't really started a whole lot and made some goals, but wanted to kind of take today, before we get too much into the year, to do a recap of my top 10 books that I picked up in 2023. And yeah, just want to share them with you guys. Starting with number 1, we got this beautiful Magic by Shannon Mayer. It is Inferno number 1, the New York Comic Con Convention Edition. And excuse me, it was 2021, but that was during COVID. I didn't receive this until 2023. I think there's another color variant, the blue one I recall, but this one's signed by Shannon Mayer. Great artist. And Magic. I think Magic, Polaris are two underrated X-Men, female X-Men characters, so I think that's just a wicked looking cover. Magic is also there was a comic about her taking over as Sorcerer Supreme, which is Doctor Strange, as everyone knows. But sorry if you don't know, but Doctor Strange mostly is the one that is the Sorcerer Supreme. But Magic, when she's kind of in the underground, in the underworld, she's like quite OP. But yeah. Anyhow, next one here. Symbiote Spider-Man, Marvel Tales number 1. Signed by In Huk Lee. This is just a wicked looking cover. Black suit, half his regular suit. Beautiful art by In Huk Lee, signed. And the cool thing about this one is I purchased this when it came out from my local comic book store. It's quite a thick one. It's full size, or excuse me, I don't know what you'd call these, but yeah, it's like a giant size, I guess you can say. And I picked this one off the shelf here, and of course I inspected it, and later my friend sent it to In Huk Lee to get signed, and finally got it back. It was done through a third party, that's why it took extra long. It wasn't direct through CGC, but yeah, I just thought this is a beautiful cover. And yeah, I mean, it's super special because I picked this one myself. So 9.8, always happy to do 9.8, get 9.8s back when I pick them. Next one up, probably gonna see a little bit of hate from people on this one, but ASM number 1. This is not ASM number 1, but ASM number 1 in the silver edition. And the company, oh gosh, I forget the company's name, but you can just Google it. It's a piece of silver. I think it's kind of neat. It's, I guess, a reprint, sort of, not really, or a variant, maybe. I don't know what you call it. But ASM number 1, it's 1 ounce of silver, pure silver. The value of this is $2. But of course, the silver value of this is about $25. So it's worth something. I mean, but it's just really cool looking. ASM number 1, of course, not actually a 10. I wish if I had ASM 10. Recently, there was an ASM, I think 9.8 that ended. And I think it was like 1.2 million or something like that. So if I had a 10, oh gosh, it'd probably easily be 5 million. Second appearance of Spider-Man. And just a wicked looking cover. Yeah. Next one here, we are at number 4. Number 4 here. No other than Something is Killing the Children. Number 1, Jenny Frison cover. There we go. Signed by Jenny Frison. Triple signed by Werther Del Edra, James Tynion. I just love this cover. It's got the little blood splash, and yeah, I think her hand's a little bit big, but other than that, like, beautiful looking cover, signed by Jenny Frison. If it was the non-blood splash, of course, a bit more rare. I have that on as well, but not signed by, or maybe I do have it signed by all 3. No, I don't think I have that on signed by all 3. Anyways, I picked this up. It was cheap. Like the prices of Something Skill in Children has dropped so much. I'm still really excited about this series. For those that haven't heard of this, Something Skill in Children, it's a really good read. I must admit I haven't been keeping up. I think we're up. It's out to book 30 now, but I stopped reading at about 25. Great series. I think there's a lot of potential. Netflix picked it up, and hopefully they do justice to it. I don't know. Netflix, some shows have been some decent, but anyhow, next one here. This is a cool one for all you Psylocke fans. This is a magazine one, so this is a British book. So Captain Britain #8, first appearance of Betsy Braddock, later on becomes Psylocke. Yeah, that is super cool. 9.8. There are not a whole lot of these in the population. Yeah. Let me just pause. I'm going to take a look how many in the pop. All right, back. So there's 64 of these in 9.8 blue. So 1 of 64. It's a really good cover. Captain Britain #8. By far the most valuable of all the Captain Britain books. If I had the guts, I would definitely send this in to Chris Claremont to get it signed. But you look at that corner already and you're like, I don't know. Beautiful spine though. There's a chance it'd come back 9.6 and it's just not worth it. 9.6 sign does not beat out excuse me, a 9.8 blue. All right, that is number 5. Number 6, this one is super cool. Again, probably gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but it is Amazing Fantasy number 15 in a 9.9. Again, the silver edition. Just one of the most iconic, if not the best covers ever in Marvel history. And I picked this one up. I mean, I guess you can say, much like the ASM one, it's like a facsimile. But I mean, so this one is a silver. It's 1 ounce of silver. It's a little bit questionable, of course. The 9.9. It's a piece of silver, so it should be damn 10. But anyways, it's kind of a gimmick. Like they obviously limit the number of 10s. There's 1,000 of these in circulation, but I think the 9.9. Let me look this one up as well. Might as well. I think it looks good. Like the silver, 1, 2, 3. The silver kind of border around it. And for those that do see these on eBay or see these on sale, just heads up, like this is, I don't know why, but I thought this was an actual book, like a facsimile reprint of this book, but with a silver cover. It is not. It is just a silver, one piece of silver. It's not a book. If you do crack this, it's nothing that you can read or anything, so definitely do not do it. Yeah, they call this replica image of 1962 Amazing Fantasy number 15 cover. There are 73 of these in 9.9, and in higher grades, so at 10, there's 362. So, I mean, not rare by any stretch of imagination. There's 1,000 of these in total, but 362 in 10 and 73 in 9.9. I mean, this is my only AF15 that I have, other than the NFT, that is. If you guys want to see also the NFTs that I picked up this year, let me know. I'll have to do that in a separate video. I did actually pick up AF15 as well in the NFT. It was expensive, and it's kind of cool though, so I got to actually read the book. But there you go, number 6. Number 7, you guys have seen this recently. This one is one that I've been looking for a long time, and I was just super happy to get this. But X-Men #1, the Mexican La Mole variant, it is just so shiny. It's shiny in all the right places. Look at Psylocke's suit there, awesome. Rogue, super cool. 9.8 signed by Scott Williams. and Gimli. This is just such a nice cover. I don't think I'm gonna find the rest of them in 9.8, but one can dream, I guess. That's the hunt is more fun sometimes, I guess you can say. There are a few out there listed, but I think they're a little bit overpriced. I'm personally just waiting to find them either on the cheap or hope there's more reprints of the fulls that come out for X-Men #1. It's bound to happen because it's such an iconic, such a great cover, and then the Mexican foil ones will drop. Anyhow, moving on to number 7. We have none other, for those that watch my regular videos. First off, thank you guys. Thanks for the support. Love you all. You saw a lot. This was 2023, I guess, was a year of Wolverine #1 newsstand. I ended up picking up more than one or two. But this one here, Frank Miller. I know, Russell, you think his signature is terrible. It's just okay. I mean, it's not the best looking signature, but it's all right on this one. Joe Rubenstein, Chris Claremont, triple signed. Fortunately, Rubenstein signed in black. I never asked for black signatures because I think it looks like it was part of the print. But anyways, there's number 7, Wolverine #1. Yeah, I mean, technically Wolverine #1. I have a few of them, as you guys have seen. So all of them take the spot for number 7. Number 8, really good one here. Of course, we got none other than Wolverine. I mentioned the AF-15 is one of the best covers, but I would argue almost this one is right up there as the number 2 with first full appearance of Wolverine. I know we're not here to debate today 180 versus 181, but this is number 181, 5.5, decent grade. I mean, it's not a 9 or a 7, but it's a clean looking copy. I don't see anything too bad. Of course, corners are kind of dinged. A lot of spine ticks there, but overall, great color and presents really well. So I'm really happy with that. 5.5, Wolverine #1, 181. I know there's been a lot of the bait and switch scam, fraud CGC slabbing recently, but hey, nobody's going to be doing a 5.5, okay? So this one is legit. This one is real. I guess that's definitely a perk of collecting lower grade comics. Yeah, so no one's gonna fake the lower grade ones. I mean, maybe eventually they will. Like, scammers will be scammers, and it's all about liquidity, right? But yeah. Anyways, so this is a 5.5. My copy. Great deep red colors. Love it. I thought about getting the sign. Roy Thomas. He's kind of getting up there in age. I hope he lives a very, very long life. But I kind of Roy Thomas on the layer. Let me know what you guys think. Should I have this one sent in for a Roy Thomas signature? It's just a little bit nerve-wracking if I crack it and send it in. It might not come back at 5.5, might get damaged. Maybe when they read through it, they might damage it more. The spine, the staples are intact, so that's a good thing. Or I could send it in with the blue label, tell them to crack it, and pray that I get back a 5.5. Or maybe even higher. Yeah, let me know if you guys think I should crack that, sign it, Roy Thomas, or in the signature world, do people not care about any SIGs unless it's Stanley? I've kind of had that thought sometimes too. It's kind of like in the basketball world. It's like, I know LeBron is probably the most skilled player. Michael Jordan's probably still the GOAT, greatest of all time. But nobody knows who anyone is. Like, sorry, for the people who don't follow NBA, it's like, nobody knows anyone other than Michael Jordan. So in the comic world, it's like, unless it's Stanley, it's like Stanley or nothing. Anyways, rambling on here. But my number one pickup for 2023, and this just came in not too long ago. You guys saw my video. It is X-Men #1. Look at this little floating piece in there. And this one is in a well. I've already put a piece of micro chamber paper in there just to make sure to keep the off-white for longer. For those that are kind of new to the collecting or don't know too much about it, back in the olden days, actually I'm not sure if they still do it or not. I have a feeling they don't. And what I'm looking for is back in the days, like if you look at slabs in the uh, 20 pre, I say pre 2010 era, the old slab that is, what they would do is they would put a piece of this micro chamber paper in the middle of the book and then they'd slab it together. And they say every 7 years you send the book back to us and we reholder it because they need to take this paper out. This paper, essentially all it does is it absorbs some of the off gases of the paper. Paper over time does deteriorate, I guess, but it gives off this gas. And that gas will ruin the book if it's not sort of evaporated out. So the new slabs, I don't know if they do it. I don't see the micro chamber paper. Kind of looking at through the pages in the back, and I don't see it. But regardless of which, I put this in here, and the well itself is not sealed shut. Like this one, not like my Wolverine, the creep engine case, the well-less slab. This one has the well inside it. It is a newer graded one. I got a comic link here, but it has the QR code. But long story short, I'm not going to do it myself, but you can Google or YouTube it, the CGC slabs versus water. These are not waterproof, so don't submerge them in water. I do believe the well itself is also not waterproof. Maybe like light water it can do okay, but it's just welded on the edges here. Sonic welded, I mean. And I'm sure water will seep in if it's under enough pressure. Long story short, I put a micro chamber paper in there to keep absorbing those off gases. And we're talking about like small amounts of change, just like microscopic change. But anyways, so that's pretty much it. This is definitely my #1 most happiest book that I pick up in 2023. This has been my grail for a long time. I know it's a 0.5. I'm looking to maybe pick up a 1 or another 1.5 or 0.5. The price just jumps a lot. Also the thing I put this micro chamber over here, so you can't see like half the pages ripped off here. A lot of 0.5s, there's missing pages, so make sure to always check the notes if you are buying a 0.5. There's another 1.5 that I've been watching recently in an auction, and it's missing pages that affect the story. This one doesn't affect the story; it's just the back page that's missing. But yeah, if you can afford it, definitely go for a 1. But this is my 0.5. I guess you can say piece of junk because it's in really poor condition. But it's my kind of prize. I love it. So yeah. Anywho, thank you guys for tuning in. Those are my top 10 pickups for 2023. Got a lot of content coming. I was just drafting some ideas the other day on next videos to release. Very exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to 2024. And yeah, stay tuned for more content. And if you guys are still here, thank you so much. Sub if you haven't already. And leave a comment. I love reading through your comments. And yeah, if you want to sub too, let me know. I'll sub back to your channel. Let's grow this community together. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk soon. Bye.